evening, and welcome to tonight's live virtual concert with the Boogie Woogie Kid. I'm Brandy Tambasco, Adult Services Librarian here at the Howell Carnegie District Library. Thank you for joining us this Friday evening of Valentine's Day weekend. Before I introduce tonight's performer, I want to remind you to visit our website, www.howelllibrary.org, to discover more upcoming events from our Howell Carnegie District Library. Tonight, we are very pleased to have Matthew Ball, the Boogie Woogie Kid, performing live with his toe-tappin piano and song favorites from the Crescent City and the swinging era of an earlier America. Matthew is the piano man with 4.7 million views on YouTube. So celebrate the sounds of New Orleans and swing with a romantic twist for Valentine's with us tonight. If you love what you hear tonight, follow the Boogie Woogie Kid on Facebook or YouTube and visit his website, boogiewoogiekid.com. We invite you to dance like no one can see you, clap like the piano man can hear you, and share your virtual appreciation for the Boogie Woogie Kid by clicking like on this live stream. Now, without further ado, take it away, Boogie Woogie Kid.
Thank you. Thank you so much for all of you who might be tuning in and stopping by. I'm going to just say a few words and get the music going. So my name is Matthew Ball, and I'm going to try to have this concert be have some shades of stories of love and about love. And if you were on a date and dancing night, maybe back in 1940, I'm going to play a tune that you are probably dancing to. This is one that swing dancers and ballroom dancers still enjoy. It's called In the Mood from the great Glenn Miller Orchestra. All right, this next little number is a bit of ragtime music. It's a song, to put it diplomatically, about love at first sight. and it's titled Ain't She Sweet. Ain't she sweet, walking down that street? Oh yes, confidentially. Ain't she sweet? Ain't she nice? Just look over once or twice. Oh yes, confidentially. Ain't she nice? Just cast your eyes in her direction. Me on my ain't done perfection. Ain't she sweet? I mean her to be. Oh yes, confidentially. Ain't she sweet? Ain't she fair? I mean everywhere. Oh yes, confidentially. Ain't she fair? Ain't she sweet? I mean here to feel. Oh yes, confidentially. Ain't she sweet, boy? Ain't she sweet? Oh no, yeah. Oh no, ain't she sweet? All right, ain't she sweet? Let's do another little number about love. This is one I remember hearing first from the hands of Fats Domino, but it dates back earlier than that. This is called Careless Love. All right, let's play some music for you next. One of the dance crazes was, of course, Boogie Woogie from an earlier day. And this is one with a piece of Boogie Woogie music I'm going to play with a classic sound out of the late 30s and 40s. It's called the Boogie Woogie Man. All righty, yeah, let's take a trip down to New Orleans with a little blues take on an old spiritual they love to jazz up. This is called Just a Closer Walk with Thee. walk, let me walk close to All right, back to love. I'm going to do a number for you next that came out of an Elvis film, if there's some Elvis lovers out there. This was from a 61 film. It was titled Blue Hawaii, but this song, a wonderful love song, I think was a bigger hit than the film. It's called I Can't Help Falling in Love with You. All right. Love for so many of us opens the door to a lifted mood. And here is a song about just that. It's called On the Sunny Side of the Street. Grab your hat, get your coat, leave your worries by the doorstep. Love can be so sweet on that sunny side of the street. Can't you hear that pitter pat? All that happy thing can be your step, just to at your feet. On that sunny side of the street, I used to walk in the rain. I was my blues on parade, but now I'm unafraid. It's a rover, I'll stand all of it, but never have a cent. I'll be rich as Rockefeller. School dust on my feet. On that sunny side of the street, I used to cry all the time. I must find a little life. Oh no, that's all changed. It's a robot. I'll stand all over it, but never have a cent. I'll be rich as Rockefeller. There's no dust on my feet. On that sunny side of the street. If I never have a cent, I'll be rich as Rockefeller. There's no dust on my feet. On that sunny side of the street. Oh, that side of the street. Yes. All right. Let's do an old Gershwin tune. The name of this one, of course, so many of Gershwin's songs were dedicated to the spirit of love. This one is one I got acquainted with after watching a 80s film, a romantic comedy with Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan. And it was called When Harry Met Sally. And it had the wonderful music of Harry Connick Jr. in it. This is a little instrumental take on one of the tracks to that movie. It's called It Had to Be You. All right, it had to be you. So I want to play this one next. This is a little fast and fun thing that I always include in my performances. It comes out of the latter 40s, and it was from a gentleman by the name of Jack Fina. And by the time the later 40s rolled around, Boogie Woogie was a real dance and jazz and music fad and craze, and Jack was looking for something fresh to do with it, so he adapted a very famous classical melody to the boogie woogie style, and he called it the Bumble Boogie because the classical melody he took was called The Flight of the Bumblebee. Of course, it became a successful record for him. Even Walt Disney made a little cartoon set to the music, and the piano players loved it because there's only one speed, which is as fast as you can go. And here's mine. All right, so let's see, what else can we play? So back on the topic of love, and I hope everyone enjoys their Valentine's Day weekend. And um, some different shades of love. This is maybe a little bit about love once you have kids and life goes bananas, and you find time more and more, well, a commodity that seems to just slip through your fingers more and more. And so I'm going to do a couple of songs in that vein, or I guess about uh, family love. And this first one is one I wrote. It's called One More Day. It's been 5 years since I had my kids. My wife and I won't ask for just one wish. Now we don't ask for much. We don't wanna make a fuss, but we're gonna lose our mind till it don't change. One more day to get some rest. One more day to go to bed. One more day, my God, give me one more day. It's about to fight. One more day to get it right. One more day, one more day, one more day. I can't remember when I had the chance to say, take some time in my mind and wine. I ain't did well. I'm drinking coffee to steal that. I'm gonna lose my mind if it don't change. One more day to get some rest. One more day to go to bed. One more day, my God, give me one more day. It's about the fight. One more day to get it right. One more day, one more day, one more day. I can't remember when I had a plan. Things we do today just seem out of reach. Now we don't ask for much. We don't wanna make a fuss, but we're gonna lose our minds if it don't change. One more day to get some rest. One more day to go to bed. One more day, my God, give me one more day. It's about the fight. One more day to get it right. One more day, one more day, one more day. One more day, one more day, one more day. One more day, one more day, one more day. Right. All right, maybe next we'll do a little bit more Gershwin. And here's another love song of his that it's titled Let's Call the Whole Thing Off. But if you really listen to the lyrics, it's not about breaking up, it's about staying together. And it goes something like this. All right, let me see what we can do for you next. So here's another song about family love, and it's just got a great message. I remember hearing this piece of music once again from a film, and the name of the film was called Parenthood, and it was Steve Martin and a cast of other wonderful actors, and it had a lot of funny moments and heartfelt moments. And the name of this song comes out of out of the hands of a songwriter who identifies himself from New Orleans, Randy Newman. It's called "I Love to See You Smile." I was born to make you happy. I think you're just my style. Everywhere I go, I'm telling everyone I know, baby, I love to see you smile. Don't wanna go to China, don't wanna sail the Nile, don't wanna get too far from where you are. I love to see you smile, like a sink without a faucet, like a stove without a fire. What will I do if I didn't have you? I love to see you smile. In the summer, in the springtime, winter, or the fall, the only place I wanna be is where I can see you smile at me. In a world filled with trouble, oh, you're just my style. What would I do if I didn't have you? I love to see you smile. All right, I love to see you smile. Let's play some more good old boogie woogie here for you. This is from 1927, a tune that, it was an instrumental piece that topped the charts back then. It was called the Cow Blues, and it later, the thematic material for this piece became a The inspiration for the Ray Charles popular hit we know as The Mess Around. And if you don't know The Mess Around by title, you've probably heard it in this Thanksgiving movie, another Steve Martin film on John Candy. The Mess Around is the song that comes on the radio, to which John Candy becomes so tickled he's got to dance in the seat of the station wagon and gets entangled in the seat belts, which of course leads to one of the comic episodes of that film. So this is a toe tapper that's been making people move for a long time, and my own take on the cow blues or the Mess Around. All right, some boogie woogie. Let's see, I got just time for a little bit more. How about this old tune? I think this is Hank Williams Sr. or Jr. I'm not sure which one who wrote this one, but I think you've probably heard this one before. It's called Take These Chains from My Heart and Set Me Free.
You don't go, I no longer care for me.
from my eyes and let me see just a spark of the love that used to be. If you got somebody else, let me find that you love me. Take these chains from my heart and set me free. Take these chains from my heart and set me free. You grow cold and no longer care for me. All my faith in you is gone, but the heart is lingers on. Take these chains from my heart and set me free. Take these chains from my heart and set me free. Take these chains from my heart and set me free. All right, I think, yeah, we got time to do a couple more. Let me do an old one out of New Orleans. This is a little jazz-flavored blues named after a street with a reputation for being a place where anything goes. It's called the Basin Street Blues. All right, let me do another old New Orleans spiritual. This is called This Little Light of Mine. I'm going to let it shine. in the light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. It's in the light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Say, alright. Out there in the dark, I'm gonna let it shine. Out there in the dark, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Alright. It's been a night in my life. I'm gonna let it shine. It's been a light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Yeah. Alright. Oh, yeah. It's been a light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Alrighty, let's see if we can, I don't know, are we about at time? Maybe we can just end with something soft and sweet.
That sounds great.
Yep, something soft and sweet. Okay, all right. All right, let's wish everybody well, and I hope everybody can enjoy their holiday weekend. I'm going to finish up with a little piece that has a nice message that I think most of us have heard the Louis Armstrong arrangement of. Despite it all, it's still a wonderful world. And we'll finish up with that. Thank you to the Howell Carnegie Library. Thank you to all that were involved in putting this together. It's been my pleasure to be here with you. If you stopped in and tuned in, I hope you'll visit my Facebook page. Matthew Ball is my name online. I go as the Boogie Woogie Kid. Have a wonderful evening and the rest of your weekend. It's been my pleasure once again to be here.
Thank you so much, Matthew, the Boogie Woogie Kid. Again, if you enjoyed the concert, like this video and follow the Boogie Woogie Kid online at boogiewoogiekid.com, the Boogie Woogie Kid on Facebook, and Boogie Woogie Kid on YouTube. Thank you and have a great evening.